It is the king of anime memes, the responsible of revolutionizing the English pronunciation of Zawaldo. It has one of the most memorable characters in the history of anime, and it had its own unique art style that defined the genre. This is recap part 1 of one of the most popular franchises in anime, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. The show's setup is in the year 1868. A couple and their baby have fallen down a cliff from a carriage. The father and the baby survived, however, sadly, the mother died. A burglar called Dario Brando wanted to steal from the family, because that's what good people do in these situations. But to his surprise, the father was still alive, and his name is George Joestar. And by the way, as we go on with the story, George is a next level 5000 IQ genius. So he told Dario that he owed him a favor. And Dario was like, yeah, sure, man, of course. And oh yeah, there is a creepy looking mask laying on the floor. Wink wink, foreshadowing. 12 years have passed and the baby have grown. His name is Jonathan Joestar, or Jojo. Two bullies was trying to steal a doll from a girl called Irina. Obviously, Jojo the Chad himself defended her and returned the doll, but he got the living chef beaten out of him in the process. And when Irina tried to thank him, he got mad and told her that he is not doing this for the gratitude, he's just training to be a gentleman. I don't know, man, if you're trying to be a gentleman, you should be more kind when someone say thank you. But I guess you're just playing hard to get. I can dig that. Elsewhere, Dario was asking his son Dio to get him more beer, and you can clearly tell that Dario is a great father. Dio was playing chess with some guy and he was winning. After that, he asked the guy for money. The dude gave him the money, however, he slams Dio's head in the food. Well, at least he paid. Dario was on his deathbed and he told his son to go to the Joestar house for the favor that George offered him years ago. After that, Dario died. Dio wanted to say goodbye to his father, so he spit on his grave. Ah, the best way to say goodbye. You can tell that this boy has a bright future ahead of him. Then Dio promised to take full advantage of the Joestar family. Anyway, Dio head over to the Joestar house. There he met Jojo and his dog Danny. As a greeting, Dio kicked Danny, called Peter, which doesn't raise any red flags at all. But to be fair, the dude is different. I mean, he says goodbye with spits. George said that Dio is just startled by Danny. Yeah, sure, man, this is totally what I do when I get startled by a dog. But people's reaction are different, I guess. Dio starts screwing Jojo over in everything. He had a better marks, his table manners are superior, he turned people against him, and he even put his finger into his eye in a boxing match. Jojo was all alone right until he met Irina again, the girl he saved from the bullies. Then the two became friends, start dating, and fall in love. Jojo carved both their names on a tree, which is romantic and all, but stop hurting nature, man. Dio obviously noticed that and forcefully stole Jojo's first kiss from Irina. What the tuck, man, this mother tucker ain't playing. Jojo lost his shift and attacked Dio. Dio got the upper hand on him, however Jojo's rage was at its peak this time. Dio got pushed back, his blood spilled over the suspicious evil mask, which caused it to grow tentacles. Again, wink wink foreshadowing. After that, Dio pulled a knife, but the fight was stopped by George. Then he told them both to go to their room. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, George is a dumbass. I mean, the dude pulled a knife. I get it that you're treating him like your son, but couldn't you just at least talk to him about this? Even if George didn't see the knife, the two kids punched the living shit out of each other's. Whatever, I guess. And to top it all off, Dio burned Danny in the incinerator. I don't think you should call PETA for this one. I immediately called 911. Jojo knew about it and Dio decided to change his tactics. 7 years have passed and the boys all grown ups now. They are 17. This is exactly what I looked like when I was 17. I mean, I had those exact same muscles. And the two boys were playing rugby and Jojo had the victory with the help of Dio. Apparently, Dio changed his ways and now he's acting out until he's of a legal age to take over the family fortune. But Jojo knew something is wrong. George is sick. It seems to be a common cold, however, it lasted way too long. Jojo started having suspicions, so he started investigating the mask. While he's doing that, he accidentally found Dario's letter and he found out that he has the same symptoms as his father. He confronted Dio and accused him of poisoning his father, and once again he pushed him back. Yeah, get wrecked, bitch. And he went to London for 3 days to know about the poison and to prove Dio's actions. And he told his father not to take medicines from anyone other than the doctors. And George, for the first time, he used his brain and trusted his son. In Jojo's way, he stumbled upon a dangerous place. And you know it's dangerous because a cat was eating a puppy? What more proof do you need, man? That this street is bad. Also, he got attacked by some thugs and managed to beat them. One of them tried to stab Jojo with a spinning blade in his hat. However, Jojo kicked him away and blocked the blade with his hands. The thug name was Speedwagon. He asked Jojo why he didn't kick at full force. Jojo said he's only looking for answers, and he knew that Speedwagon had a family too. Baffled by Jojo's nobility and how much of a dumbass he is, he called back the rest of the thugs and decided to tell him about the man who sold the poison. Meanwhile, Dio was planning to kill Jojo with the mask as he found Jojo's notes one night while he's drinking, like father like son, I guess. He also got stopped by thugs and one of them had a knife. The 18th century. What a lovely time. Dio decided to try the mask on this dude, and to his surprise, the mask didn't kill the man. Instead, it made him younger and stronger. The man started sucking Dio's blood, and before his death, he got saved by the sun. So he's a vampire. Dio returned to the house and found Jojo there with the police and the man who sold him the poison. He started showing regrets and begged Jojo to be the one who puts the handcuffs on him. Speedwagon told him not to trust him, but the Joestar family have an average IQ of 9,000. So right before Jojo was about to put the handcuffs on Dio, Dio pulled out the mask and wanted to stab him. However, his father took the hit. And with George's blood, Dio wore the mask and got shot by the police and pushed outside of the window. Jojo was grieving over his father's death, and to make things worse for him, Dio is still alive and he's a vampire now. Dio started shattering the police, but Jojo stepped in to stop him and the fierce battle began. Jojo versus Dio. The fight went back and forth, left and right. Jojo decided to hold Dio and burn the house with them both, and he was able to do so, but to nobody's surprise, Dio is still alive. Who saw that point coming? 3 days later, Speedwagon wanted to visit Jojo in the hospital. There he found Irina, Jojo's first love, treating his burns. Jojo awakened, and of course he's super happy to see her. In the next day, Jojo went to take a stroll with Irina. In his way, he met a guy that punched him in the gut. Is it just me, or people greetings are weird in this show? It turns out he's just healing him with a power called Hamoon, and this man's name is Will Anthonio Zeppel. Anyway, Jojo decided to train under him and to search for the mask and destroy it. It apparently belonged to Zeppel, and it corrupted his father and led to his death in the past. Time have passed. Speedwagon came in with the news that Dio is still alive, so the three went to take him down. In their way, they got interrupted by a mountain tunnel. In the tunnel, they met a zombified Jack the Ripper who got turned by Dio. As a training, Zappel decided to let Jojo fight him without spilling any wine, and obviously Jojo pulled out his main character prodigy power and managed to defeat the zombie without spilling any wine. And they continued their way to defeat Dio. They arrived at the town and their package got stolen by a young boy. No pun intention here. They followed the boy and it turns out he's just a bait. He's under Dio's genjutsu power to lure them in. Zappel tried to fight Dio but he got wrecked and frozen. Apparently Hamoon works by blood circulation and breathing. Dio decided not to take care of them by himself, so he unleashed two famous dead knights from the 15th century, just to make things more dramatic, I guess. To be fair, Dio explained later that he didn't want to kill Jojo by his hands because they grew up in the same house. Talk about manners. Jojo managed to beat one of them, and because he's the main character, the knight had mad respect for him prior to his death. The other knight, though, gave them a lot of trouble. He fought Jojo in the castle with both of them chained from the neck, with the door closed, not letting anyone else in. The young boy, which named Poco, by the way, mustered his courage and opened the door, getting in from a small window inside the castle. Zappel stepped in for the help, and because it's an anime, we had some flashbacks about his training and how his master told him that he's gonna die in a place like this. Zappel died, shocker, right? And gave his Hamoon power to Jojo, which gave him the strength to destroy the zombie. And I'm just saying, Speedwagon, man, why you are being such a wuss? Where is that spinning blades hat of yours, man? What the heck? The young boy is more brave than you? The boy Poco returned to search for his sister alongside Jojo and Speedwagon. In their way, they met Zappel Master and his friends. Due to a plot convenience, the boy's sister is on Dio's palace and she's not dead yet. Because Dio is trying to wife her, let's just keep it at that. The three arrived on the palace and the epic battle begun. Once again, Jojo versus Dio. After a while of struggling, Jojo finally managed to beat Dio by getting Hamoon on his body, because Hamoon affects vampires like the sun. And the twist that no one saw coming, Dio is still alive. He apparently cut off his own head and got saved by one of his servants. Jojo returned to Irina and they got married and decided to sail to New York to have their honeymoon over there for some reason. In their ship, Dio was there, of course, and the whole ship was turned into zombie. Dio attempted to take Jojo's body, and after another epic fight of slideshows, Jojo decided to blow up the ship. This man is crazy, dude. The first time, the house, and now the ship. He was able to do so, but he died in the process, and Irina escaped alongside a child that his mother died inside the ship. I'm just gonna stop here. There are a couple of details I didn't mention, like a scene with Dio making a mom eating her own son by turning her into a zombie. This anime is gruesome, man, and the manga is even worse. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching.